Las bandidas.
Recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas las que un día aprendieron a amar. Dulces como tus besos, dulce el sabor del tiempo, como un barril añejo, todo un recuerdo, son las bandidas de mi corazón. Bandidas, bandidas, los recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas, bandidas, tú y yo nos volvemos a encontrar. Tomaremos otra copa hasta el final.
Las bandidas.
Bandidas,
Las bandidas.
quiero amar.
I'm not going to let anyone ever hurt or harm you. I'm not going to let anybody hurt you. But I will protect my father from anyone who will try to hurt him as well.
But I am giving it to you under one condition. Every person who decides to live under this roof, my roof that is, has to live very happily. I'm just calm right now because I know that in a few days, you'll be mine forever and ever. I love you. Forrero.
Yes, Daddy. They found his body in an abandoned shed.
I'm curious, how long had you known the doctor said?
I need you to help me with this. Make me understand.
My son. No one saw me do it. So there's no chance they'll associate his death with me. And besides, nobody will ever suspect the wife of Olegario Montoya.
San Lorenzo
Forrero didn't say where he was going. I only know someone called him. I assumed it was a patient.
Did he mention with whom?
No, he doesn't really tell me about these things.
You know, and this cell phone here, which was his, by the way, the last call that registered was to you.
Because he and I always called each other. Everyone knows that we were going out.
Yes, but you were telling me earlier that someone called to meet up with him. But it turns out that the last number that appeared to have called him on this telephone is your own.
What are you trying to tell me? I don't get you.
I don't either. We have to wait until we've gotten more clues, and that's when we'll talk again. You may leave.
Yes, all right. I'll just go now. You know where you can find me. Excuse me.
Listen. Please don't leave this town.
Yes, of course. All right.
Can you tell me, Bitsabeth, if they've given us the info I asked for about the deceased?
No, Uncle. It'll be here soon.
What's happening is your fault. In the first place, you should have never allowed things to come to this point.
This wedding was a mistake. It's a mistake, Mom.
A mistake? You're wrong. Because of this wedding, we have paid almost all of the debts we have. And as long as you're the son-in-law of Olegario, then we will live so much better.
Maybe our finances will be better, Mom. But my life with Amparo won't.
Well, that depends on you.
Okay, How can I explain it so you'll understand that no matter what I do, Amparo doesn't want to be with me?
Maybe your past efforts have not been sufficient. She's your wife. Then just force her.
She's still in love with that ranch hand, Mother.
Did Amparo say that to you?
No. She didn't say that, but if I even mention his name, she gets really hysterical.
Well, if Amparo fell in love with someone else, that's her problem. She still got married with you, and she must respect you. So don't even worry about that peasant. For she married you, and that means he has nothing to do in her life. Just relax, son.
The bar. Another bottle for me, Morelia.
Young man.
One more bottle.
Why don't we go now? I know that this place is not safe for you.
Oh, really? Well, then leave, Gaspar.
No, I'm not gonna leave you. Not in the condition you're in. Come on, leave that. I'm telling you, let's go.
That man has a point, Reuben. You already had way too much.
Just bring me a bottle, Morelia, and don't lecture me.
Okay, guess what, mister? I'm not going to sell you another bottle of liquor. So if you want to drink more, just go somewhere else.
Just listen to her, young man. Let's go.
But why does it still hurt even now when I'm drunk, Gaspar?
Come on, young man, let's go. Oh, where's the bathroom?
It's inside.
Let's go. Let's go.
A mother would never do that to her son. A mother would never hurt him that way. I'll never forgive you for this.
Mrs. Zenaida, you have to calm down and just try to stop crying. Or eventually you'll have no tears left. It hurts to see you like this. She hasn't stopped crying. She's been like this for hours. I can't calm her down.
Leave me with her, please. You've got to be really strong. All of this will pass.
I can't, Pancho. I can't. I can't bear all this. I can't. I can't.
Are you done now? So I can pick up the dishes.
The only thing that brings me joy in this house is seeing you, Julia. And as always, you look beautiful.
You must behave. Please don't forget that you're now a married man.
I know, but that doesn't mean I can't appreciate the beauty of a woman like you.
Excuse me.
You know that the man was lost in space? He was abandoned far from his galaxy.
But then, why did they abandon him? No one loved him?
I will just explain that part later, okay? What is important is that man was lost. And one day, he reached our planet. And you know what he did?
What?
He disguised himself as an Earthling so they won't find out. For a while, he had to steal so he can eat.
He became a thief?
No, not really a thief. He didn't do it consciously. They didn't give him any job.
Who in the world was going to give a job to an alien?
Remember that he was in disguise. There are good extraterrestrials, you know. This particular one was so nice that he fell in love.
Of course, it's just a movie, Father, but how can an alien fall in love, To whom did he fall in love with?
He fell in love with the most beautiful Earthling he had seen in his life. He was so in love with her that he didn't want to go back to his galaxy and just stay here. And one day, he took off his earthling disguise and showed up like how he really was before his lover. And she accepted him and they lived happily after that.
That's so nice. Too bad it's just a story.
You know, sometimes these stories are based on real life.
All right. Well, the other movie's about to start. I already asked for permission at the bar. Let's go?
Nellie, do you think that this kid will stand 2 movies at the same day?
Of course. I can watch 3 in one whole day and at nighttime as well.
Okay, if that's the case, let's go right now.
Yes, let's go.
The 3 of us will go back to our fantasy land.
Laurento Hotel.
I think that I should disappear with this necklace forever. Because I don't think I can get anything more from Malena. Who's there?
It's me, Miriam.
Ah, 1 second. My darling, I welcome you to my chamber.
Would you please stop being ridiculous, Alhure? Because things are a mess now.
But why? What happened?
Alhure, when was the last time you saw Forrero?
Well, I haven't talked to him or seen him the whole day. Why is that?
Are you certain?
Yes, I am. But why? Why are you asking me that right now? Tell me what happened.
You mean you have no idea whatsoever?
What happened?
He's now dead. Somebody killed him.
San Lorenzo headquarters.
Uncle? Uncle, come here.
What happened?
We just received a formal report from the police. And it's about the doctor that we just found dead. And apparently he wasn't the saint that they claim he was.
Beth, can I sit down?
Uncle, I will go outside for a walk,
Don't go far, you hear me? Because I may need your help with this.
Despite the terrifying looks of the lion and his big fame as a wild beast, the lion in this story is such a coward that he's even scared of birds.
A coward? Maybe he pretended to be a coward so he could eat people.
No, he really is. He really wanted to be brave, but he couldn't. And aside from the lion, there's also this Tin Man in the movie that is desperately looking to have a heart of his own.
But what for?
Well, you know, he just wants to feel the same thing that human beings are feeling, like falling in love like only humans do.
There's also a funny scarecrow who had no brain, a cowardly lion, and the Tin Man that you told me that doesn't have a heart. And along with a girl. They're looking for a wizard.
The Wizard of Oz, of course. They not only found the wizard. You see, in the end, the Wizard of Oz grants all of their greatest desires. That's how it ends.
That's it. You just told the entire story of the movie. Then why'd you bring us here, Father?
It's not the same thing to listen to the story and to watching the movies. Am I correct, Darwin? Shh.
Hey, it's about to start.
What's this bit about killing Forrero? But who? How did it happen? When did they kill Forrero?
I have no idea. I don't know who could have done it to him. As far as I know, Forrero didn't know anyone in this small town.
No, you are wrong there. Malena knew Forrero as well.
Yes, Alhure, but I don't think she would have the guts to...
Be quiet, Miriam. We both know the kind of woman Malena is. And we know perfectly well that that woman is not a saint.
Yes, I know that she's no saint, but you're saying she killed someone? Wait, no, I don't think so. You know, I just don't think she can kill a man. And there's no reason at all for her to do that to Forrero.
Not sure. I don't know, but I'd rather be very far away from here right now. I will just pack up all my things and I am leaving this miserable town. I don't want to be involved. I don't want them to involve me or to question me. And I don't want to go to the police. I don't want them to show up because I don't know anything about this, understand? I'm going to get all my things, and with the necklace Malena gave me, I can support myself for a while, you understand? And I know that the best thing for me to do at this very moment is
calm down.
to...
You can't leave this town. You can't leave. Can't you see that they would suspect you? Don't be foolish.
Okay.
They all know that you know him. In fact, people saw you talking to him.
Okay, yes. Yes, you have a point. You have a point. I think it would be best in my situation if I go straight to the police and I tell them I'm here, huh? For whatever it is they need. Because that's what a true friend like me would do. Correct?
So what you're telling me now is that the kids found the doctor dead in an abandoned shed? I'm sure he was doing something shady. Maybe he has debts.
I don't know, but I'm certain that he was doing something weird.
Go and have your drink. Yes, I'm sure. But Serio was his friend. He knew him from before. Didn't he say anything about that man?
No, never, for I'm sure Serio was being deceived too. I don't know. I mean, I never felt comfortable around that man, especially after I found out he was a friend of Malena's.
That's funny, huh? He's the doctor that checked your father when he felt sick. Remember?
Yes, Fermina, but his diagnosis sounds shady that I'd like another doctor to check my father. What do you think?
Oh, yes. It's unfortunate the doctor that was here already left. Everybody liked him, too. And now all we have is a doctor that's always not here. How is that?
Yes, but there's the lady doctor, right? Lady doctor?
What doctor?
What do you mean? The doctor that supposedly examined Malena and said she was carrying a child.
What? Oh, I don't know what you're saying. Who are you talking about? I don't know any lady doctor. Maybe she went here when I wasn't here, but other than that, there's no doctor I know. Unless the woman who was with the doctor's friend. The friend of Malena, maybe that's her. The one who slept with the deceased. I mean, when he lived. When he was alive. Right? That time you and I think that you perfectly understand what I'm trying to say here, Fabiola. My goodness, what a mess. Oh no, just drink your tea. It's so good.
San Lorenzo headquarters.
It's a miracle this guy was out on the streets. Just look at his criminal record. It says he's accused of medical negligence, organ trafficking, and prostitution. Heaven knows what else.
So that means the man was definitely not a doctor.
He was. He was even a coroner at the police department, but he was fired many years ago. Apparently, he's part of a group, but they haven't been able to identify the members of this group.
Well, I guess that man Forrero was a piece of work.
A piece of work. This case is so much more complicated than it would seem.
Honestly, his death seems very strange. Especially since he happens to be a doctor. And it's not logical at all that he was murdered the way that he was. Did you find out about him?
No, not yet. But this was not a robbery. It could be some type of revenge. Maybe he did something bad to someone.
Yes, maybe this person was posing a danger to someone. So they wanted to shut him up. And to think that this guy was right here, examining my body. There's something about this that's bothering me. But I can't put my finger on it.
Knowing you, I'm certain you won't rest until you find out what it is that's bothering you. If you want, I can investigate until I get to the bottom of this.
You see, this person was someone that Sergio knew. But that's not what really worries me. What bothers me is that Malena also knew who this person was. But she said to me that she didn't.
Can you tell me, Miriam? What's the update on Forrero? Are there any suspects?
No. I think they have no suspects yet. They just asked me questions and told me that I shouldn't leave town while the investigation's going on. Malena, all of this seems very weird to me. Because Forrero had no enemies in this small town. I mean, basically, he just knew the three of us.
Forrero was the type of person who had enemies almost anywhere, and you know that.
Yes. Yes, I know that. But this doesn't mean that...
Okay, changing the subject. What happened to the necklace I asked you to give Alhure? Did you give it?
Yes, I gave him the necklace and he told me that he would give you a few days while you get him the money that he asked for.
I only hope he doesn't leave town with my necklace.
No. I don't think he'll leave because if he does, the authorities might suspect he had something to do with the death of Forrero. So he said he'd tell the authorities he'd help them. In that way, they wouldn't suspect him. And me as well. At least I hope.
Well, good morning, you pretty doll. You know, you look prettier than ever today.
Good morning, Alhure.
Good morning, madam. Excuse me.
Well, look at that. We have Detective Hector Alhure. I have to talk to you, mister.
Amparo, it's me.
Come in.
What are you doing here? And why aren't you in your room?
This is my room, and it has always been.
Please don't make me repeat the same thing over and over again, Amparo. You are married now, and this means that you
Daddy,
have
will
to...
you listen to me?
Don't tell me that you're going to say the same story about the wedding being a big farce, that it was
It has
business.
nothing to do with that issue. I spoke to Reuben.
What did you tell him?
The whole truth.
But
Because he
why?
has every right to know the truth as well. Reuben already knows that he and I are siblings. And he also knows that you are his real father.
Okay, tell me, Mr. Alhure. What happened with what I asked?
I already explained to you, Miss Fabiola. I already explained. Let's say that this isn't... it isn't so simple. It's complicated. It requires a lot of time, and it needs work. And it is very extensive and detailed, understand? And besides, you know the papers I gave you contain...
The papers you gave me were not true at all because you and I know perfectly well who is Malena. That woman is not a saint. The only one being deceived is my father. But very soon my father will find out that you did not only deceive him with this, but that there's a relationship that existed between you and Malena.
No, just a moment. One moment. I don't want problems.
Then I suggest that you just do your part of the deal. To tell you honestly, Mr. Alhure, when my father sets his mind on finding someone or something, he does it, especially if that someone deceived him.
But why? Why do you have to threaten me?
No. Just take it as a fair warning. Listen, when you meet my father, I could intervene for you if you want me to, if it's necessary. Think of this like you're liberating yourself from a huge lie, and in exchange, I'll give you a great amount of money. Tell me the truth. Can you actually give me the whole information on the real past of Malena?
I was really surprised like you are now. The last thing I expected was that Forrero was going to die in this town.
I wonder why they killed him. They said he wasn't robbed.
Well, probably revenge. Maybe he conned someone and he paid for it.
A hired assassin would have shot him. This one doesn't seem like it was premeditated. It was something personal. An assassin would use a gun to kill someone, to make people believe that it was all accidental. But this doesn't feel like that.
I don't know. You know, he has always been involved with dangerous people and he knew secrets. Anyone could have followed him, found him, and then killed him.
Yes, but there's something that's not right. Forrero didn't trust anyone, not even Alhure. So what was Forrero doing in an abandoned shed, which ended up being his place of death? It had to be someone he knew. Don't you think that was the case here?
Oh, it could be anyone, Sergio. You know how those people are like. And you know, they won't think twice about betraying their own mother and feel no remorse. Much more so with a rat like Forrero.
Hey, calm down. Don't be upset. Was it something I said?
Nothing, forgive me. It's just, this news hit me so hard.
I understand. I'm worried about what Olegario may think about my relationship with Forrero.
With Forrero? But why? Did he ask you something?
Yes. I tried to justify it the best way I could, but it didn't seem to me that he was convinced.
Okay, take a sip, Eugenia. Good. There. I don't want to weigh you down with my problems. But I have to know if this isn't a product of my imagination. And I'm feeling like you can greatly help me understand. Forgive me for what I will do, but I will also have to know who's the real you. If you will. Don't get agitated. Have you seen this boy? Do you know him? Do you recognize him? Eugenia, you recognize him?
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron
Las bandidas. Las bandidas.
I only want what's best for my daughters. I don't want you to suffer.
Well, that's exactly what you condemned me to when I heard the whole truth about Reuben.
But I had to do it, Amparo. I just couldn't permit it that you and
Daddy,
he...
why didn't you just tell us the truth before? Tell me! Why didn't you prevent us from feeling all this pain and all this guilt that would torture the two of us forever?
But it doesn't have to be that way, Amparo. Life will go on, and after a while, you'll both forget about this.
Yes, life does go on for those who want to live. The truth is, it doesn't matter whether I live or die.
Please don't say that, Amparo.
That's the way I feel, Daddy. I just don't want to live anymore. When I know that my brother and I can't even bear it, Daddy.
You don't have to be this way, my dear. You're still a very young woman, and you have your husband, who is a nice boy.
My husband is an idiot.
Amparo.
Daddy, come on, can't you see? To me, you have always been the example of what a real man should be like. And Ronaldo is far from that image.
But you fell in love with that man. You were sweethearts in the university.
Oh, Daddy, come on, my goodness, that wasn't love. That was never real love.
You're just confused, Amparo. You're just confused, but you'll see that after some time you will overcome all this, my dear.
Daddy, you just don't get a single thing I've said. Daddy, it is not important who it is I'm married to. It's not important. You know, it really doesn't matter if it's Reynaldo or any other person, because no one, and listen to this carefully, Daddy, no one will make me forget this pain and anguish that took away all my desire to continue living.
You know him? Is this boy your son?
My dear boy.
No, don't cry, Eugenia. Your son is alive. Alvaro didn't die. And he's so much closer than you imagine. And soon you'll be together again, I promise you that. Yes, your son, yes. But first you have to get well, huh? You have to get well. I'll look for a doctor or as many as necessary so you'll be back to yourself again. That's my promise to you, my dear. So don't worry, please don't worry.
Laurento Hotel.
Mr. Hector Alhure, are you going to do business with me now? But if you don't, my father will investigate on his own. Yes, you will have to explain many things to him aside from this friendship that you have with Malena, you see?
You have no reason whatsoever to assume that. Between your father and I, there has always been a very excellent relationship.
It's just a simple mathematical equation. Let me explain. Malena was a good friend of Dr. Forero. the deceased, the one who died, the one you say is a doctor, who is, listen to this, also your friend. So this man who just died appears to have a special relation with Miriam, who, oh what a coincidence, also happens to be a very good friend of Malena. It's a perfect circle, isn't it? It's one of those cases that fascinate the policeman. I'm assuming that you know what I'm talking about here, Mr. Alhure.
I did not kill Forrero.
Maybe, but I'm sure you must have some clues, some proof of who killed Forrero. So tell me, mister, do you want to have a business deal with me,
Very well. Very well. I'll do what I can.
No, that's not good. The time for doing what you can is officially over, mister. I need you to give me proof now, right away, right this moment. If not, I will go speak with my father, and not only with him. I'm going to talk with authorities because I'm sure they'll be happy to find out you happen to be good friends with Dr. Forero.
That's true. Excuse me, Fabiola. Ever since you told me that you'll collaborate with us regarding this investigation, Mr. Alhure, I've been asking myself a whole lot of questions. A lot.
If you will excuse me.
What did Daddy tell you? Did he accept that you're sleeping in a different bedroom than the one assigned to you and Reynaldo?
No, of course not. But I am not going to change my mind.
Amparo, Daddy will keep on insisting. That's how he does things. That's how he forced you to marry Reynaldo.
He didn't force me to do it, Corina. You have no idea what happened.
Amparo, don't try to deceive me. Admit it. I know he forced you to do it. Or he said something that forced you to get married with Reynaldo.
Oh, stop,
That's
Corina,
the
just
only way
stop.
to explain what happened.
Corina, I'm begging you, please just be quiet. Because I don't want to talk about this topic anymore. I just can't. I don't want to.
Wait a minute. Very well. I won't talk. But in truth, you are very much married to Reynaldo, and I don't know if he'll put up sleeping in a different room without you.
I don't know either. And I don't care because it's the least of my problems.
It's not your problem, but it's a problem for the rest of the people living here. Amparo, why don't you just get a divorce from Reynaldo? Why don't you just end this miserable life and go with Reuben?
Just
and
shut
be
up,
happy?
Corina. Just shut up. Please don't say that again. Don't say it again, please. I'm begging you, don't say it again. That will never be possible because Reuben is someone forbidden to me. So please don't ever say that again. I'm begging you no more. Please don't say it. Don't.
Hey.
The bar.
There you go.
Come on, Reuben. Drink your soup.
I'm not hungry, Gaspar.
Come on, have a few sips. You know it'll be very good after throwing up like that in the bathroom. Well, at least you're not that drunk.
Just why do you worry so much about me, huh?
Because you've also worried about me. You protected me from those criminals and you took me to the hospital when they beat me up. And besides, I was a good friend of your mother's. And your age is about the age of my son. If I had a son. So drink that soup, huh? Come on, have a bit.
The words he told me hurt to the very core of my being, Pancho. It was like a stab right in the center of my heart. And even when it feels so unfair, I would prefer he hates me than to see him dead.
You have to be strong. Remember that sooner or later the truth will be known. On that day, Olegario will have to face and explain it all to Reuben, as well as to his 3 daughters.
Tell me, why can't you love Reuben? Tell me, is it because he's a farmhand and you're ashamed? Is that it?
Karina, stop it. Karina, I just can't. Just stop. I can't keep talking about it. I don't even want to think about it. Every time I think about Reuben, I suffer. So, Karina, I'm begging you, don't mention his name to me again. I'm begging you.
Tell me why. Very well. I'll never ask you about it again. I promise I won't ask you about this. All right? But the only thing I want to tell you is that the moment that you got married, you assumed specific responsibilities. And if you're unable to do them or don't want to assume those things, Amparo, then it's better to just file a divorce case.
What are you doing? Goodness, Denora, what are you doing? Give me that!
Shh, don't I have any right to have a few drinks?
But look at your state!
Oh well. A few drinks never hurt anybody.
Oh, my dear, you can't just drink this away. You're a strong woman. You're a professional, a very intelligent woman, so you should be above all of these things. Go to your rightful place, my dear.
My place? My place? My place is somewhere that's far away. It may be thousands or millions of kilometers away from here. That's how impossible it is for me to even have an actual relationship with your son.
Okay, but wait, you can't get anything by drinking like that. What are you doing?
You know I can't solve a problem that has no apparent solution. Huh? Anyway, this is just a celebration between the 2 Denoras. Cheers to the 2 Denoras. The Denora who is successful.
Oh, goodness.
She is this woman who wants to have absolutely nothing to do with your dear son. And the irrational Denora? Irrational Denora? Who refuses to admit she's a failure.
No, my love, no. You're anything but a failure. Please, give me that. That's enough. You have never been a failure.
Listen, the Denora... Oh, where's my drink?
Oh, goodness.
The Denora, yes, listen to me. The Denora who came to this town of San Lorenzo to bring some kind of culture to this small town so your son would feel good about himself. He's officially leaving like failure.
No, darling. Please don't ever think that you're a failure. No, my goodness. Listen to me. You should never give up on this. You can never lose your hope. No, you are worth over 100, Corina. So
Really?
much more. You're worth more. You're way too much of a woman to compare to that girl.
Hey.
Stop that now.
That's the problem, my mother-in-law. That right there is the problem. The fact that you underestimate her. And you can't underestimate the enemy because she's beautiful and pretty. She's gorgeous, she's pretty. And beautiful and also intelligent. And that is the problem. And she's not only pretty and intelligent, Rodrigo feels something for her.
Darling, you shouldn't have talked to her. You shouldn't have demeaned yourself in that manner.
No.
No,
But
give
the
me
worst
that, okay?
part is, when I decided to talk to that lawyer, that attorney Mata Moreno, you should have seen just how low I stooped down at that moment, huh? Look at me. I stooped so low. Now I feel bad. I really feel bad. I feel really awful. I feel so awful. I feel so bad. I feel
Stop,
bad.
please. Listen, my love. Let's go so you can sleep for a while, please.
don't want
You have
to.
got to clear your head. Come on. Let's go. Come on, darling. No, that is enough. Come on, just calm down. Yes, calm down.
Irizaba Laboratory.
Professor, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for bothering you with my problems now.
No. On the contrary. I shouldn't have talked to you like I did.
I am sorry as well. Well, yes, you have a point. I just can't keep on saying the same things over and over again. I can't deny the fact that I'm affected with what happened with Karina.
Yes, but... just take it easy, Vicente. Those things are all in the past. And life goes on. Laurento Hotel.
Honestly, I really can't say too much about the recently deceased Dr. Forero. How long have you known him?
You're welcome.
For years. And the truth is that we were not very close. I just know that he's a doctor and well-respected, honorable. Not so honorable. Oh, according to the report I have, the man was not really a saint. You know that he was very well known in the world of criminals. Was he? Oh, no. I didn't know. I had no clue. As far as I knew, he was a dignified man. Yes, but if you say he died the way you had explained, well, I never expected he had a life just like you told me. I was very much concerned. I got so very worried. And that's why I decided to just go there, to the precinct, to tell you that I'm always here to help, because I can't understand how this could have happened. I don't understand. These things happen. And I only hope that the ongoing investigation can finally solve this. Thank you very much for all of the information, Mr. Alhure. Oh, well, it's too bad I can't help you with the case. Excuse me. Yes, you can. Just make sure you don't leave this town of ours until I'm finished with this investigation. Right. I will stay. Of course I will. And I assure you that I'm always at your complete disposal. In case you need me, well, I'll be happy to help. Excuse me. Hello.
So any clues about the murderer of San Lorenzo?
No. And Fermina?
She went out for a moment, but she left me in charge for the meantime. Can I help you with something?
Tell her I was here. And what happened.
Yes, I will.
And a 1, and 2, 3,
No,
4.
no,
Hey,
no!
wait for me!
We're all bad at this, am I right?
On the contrary, we're doing better than in the movies. What do you think, Darwin?
Not sure. I think that we should see the movie again, just to be sure, but where are we going to watch again?
Darwin, you have to understand that everything in excess is bad for you.
And besides, sweetheart, I can't always ask for permission at the bar just so I could go to the movies.
I understand. Still, it's too bad.
But you don't have to be sad. The fact that we don't always go doesn't mean we're never going there again. And besides, if you like the movie so much, we can rent a movie and watch it on the television.
Yes, but it's just not the same thing. I like watching it on a giant screen where everything is so big.
All right, Darwin, all right. I promise the next time there's a children's movie, I'll take you.
Yes. And we can also take Nellie.
Of course we'll ask her. Nellie's always invited to go with us.
Why didn't you invite me to come, Nellie?
I don't get it. Why is this?
I can see the party was a lot of fun, Nellie. Why didn't you invite me?
Well, it wasn't a party, Matakan. I just went out for a while.
You don't owe this man any explanations, and you have no reason to ask for it as well.
Father!
Look who's shooting off his big mouth again. I think you're too arrogant to be a real priest. Don't forget that we have a debt that's still pending.
Of course I know. I didn't forget.
Why don't you go and take Darwin home right now, and I'll take care of, well, talking to Matakan here, Father.
No, Nellie, I want to stay if you don't mind. I think the one who should go home is you. And you too, Darwin. Go to the sacristy.
But why? What's going on?
I said go to the sacristy, you understand me? That is all, go. Go to your house, Nellie, can you please? Because this man and I have something to fix now.
Yes, I want to talk to you too.
Matakan, no, don't do this.
Get out of my way, you little brat.
Hey.
If you don't move...
Or what?
What will you do, Matakan? You hurt children too?